Let's start like this. If you think you are worth nothing, then you will also believe that you deserve nothing. So it is very hard and will always be very hard for you to accept the great things that are happening in your life if you believe that you are not deserving of it. And this is something that happens to a lot of us. Not just me, not just you, but a whole lot of people out there currently not believing in themselves and not um, seeing their self-worth and accepting and taking and demanding what they deserve. Just the other day I was saying a prayer, just one of them prayer there that be like for both every now and then, and I was talking to God about a specific thing, and all of a sudden mid prayer I'm like, are you stupid? What you ask that for? When you ask that for, God would never give that. Like, you're too presumptuous, you're too much now. And that's the train of thought that I started to have midst prayer. Now, how can I be praying to the Heavenly Father who said, ask and you shall receive? But I think that I am not deserving of what I'm praying for. What's the purpose of praying if you don't feel like you deserve it? Because you're not praying to receive. So a lot of us are receiving, we're getting everything. Things are definitely lining up for us and things are in the works for us. But because we're in this state, of self-doubt, guys, I love this filter. I'm not telling lies. Not that I do it thing. I feel, yeah. But because you're in the state that you are in, low self-esteem, low self-worth. But I can assure you, honey, that if you continue on this same path that you are on, if you continue to not believe in yourself, nobody is going to believe in you. You cannot wait for somebody to believe in you for you to believe in yourself. Because it's the confidence that you exude that they are going to be looking at to see whether or not they are going to be believing in you. So you sit down there, waiting, saying nobody is seeing me, nobody is that, nobody is treating me the way that I want to be treated, because you're not demanding that. And the kind of behavior that you're putting out there, the kind of responses that you're giving to the questions that are being asked, the kind of responses that you're giving to the things that are being demanded of you is not the correct one. Is not the one where I go put you in line to the things that we really need. So may I try to understand, baby. Really and truly, what you do? Really and truly, me could talk about it now. Because it's serious at this point. Let me tell you something, sweetie. It's definitely not worth it. Okay? I think for too long, and it happens in many different kind of situations, and these kind of low self-esteem and things play out in many different ways. It could be, within a job, within a relationship, within a family. People just walk over here, step on you and stress you out every morning, noon and night. You just silence, you're not saying a word. So everybody take a few little push over and you love it. Yeah? You must love it because you sit down at night. You must love it because you're day and night. From how long now? I'm going to see a change. Baby, I'm going to see a change none at all. I'm going to see a change. Because if there is one thing I know for sure, darling, is that the same actions that are being done repeatedly will only yield the same results that you have been getting. So for years, every year, it's like New Year's resolution thing. Every new year we want to exercise, we want to change your weight, we want to get healthy. And by February, that over with. Sometime before February even come in, it over with. By January 2nd, when I remember, but not even say January 2nd, because I don't really think nobody go January 2nd. But by mid January, nobody remembers anything about that. First of all, very tired. I will still have some of the Christmas food left back. So we have to wait now until that Christmas food run out, then we can start again, because then we're gonna have more healthier choices, right? That's the same kind of behavior that we have in our lives, guys. We say, yes, tomorrow is going to be the day for change. Tomorrow is going to be the day that I'm going to start walking towards my purpose, walking towards my goal, doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing in order to get to where I need to get to. And it stopped before we even start. Honey, it no worth it the way you're living. Because you are going to be the one in a hole with all these regrets. Oh, I wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda. But you have the opportunity right now. You have the opportunity right now. You cannot sit down waiting for people to teach you, waiting for people to mentor you, to guide you. Because if it's one thing that... And listen, don't get me wrong, Don't get me wrong. No, I'm not saying that this is something that is easy, that, oh, we can definitely get everything done right now and we can move from doing nothing at all to doing everything in a day. I am definitely not saying that. But if you are making no steps towards that, then you're not doing anything. Me not, baby. You're not doing anything. That's what I'm saying. Honey, the baby thing over, because you are an adult now. So the baby thing over. Nobody don't care right now what you want to do, unless it is benefiting them. So you need to be sure of what it is that you want, so that you can know what you will be inviting in your life and what you will be casting away. And from once you're confused about that, then anybody take you as them come. Right? So each person view you in accordance to what you do for them. And so you are everything to everybody but nothing to yourself. I am quite sure that there are several times that people would have asked you, tell me something about yourself, and you have that standard answer if you go to work. Tell me something that you like. I used to enjoy, you're confused. You don't even remember. Because now you've become everybody. Your environment, your surrounding, your friends, your family. Completely forgetting yourself. That is a your issue now. Honey, it's a your issue at this point. Okay? If you have the depression, the anxiety, the this, the that, and you're an adult now, it's a your issue at this point, because the people who would have caused you the harm, the people who would have caused you the trauma, if you are an adult no wonder the situation they still no fix, guess what? You are now the one who needs to do the work on you in order to get over that. Because those people, those things will never change. First of all, a lot of those people are dead and gone. My condolences deeply. So you will never get the closure that you're looking for. So now you need to make some changes to what that closure might need to look like, because obviously what you've been looking for years, you still have not found it, and it doesn't seem like it's in sight. So at this point, you need to now look into yourself and see what needs to be done. If you need to go to counseling, if you need to sit down by yourself and have a conversation, if you need to start journal, start meditate, whatever it is that works for you. Stop looking for what isn't there. Stop looking for what is never gonna come. Stop expecting and having these high expectations of people to change in order to fix what's wrong with you. Because if that's what you're waiting for, I can guarantee you that when you turn 100 years old, you still will have the same issue. In fact, you will have additional issues, because you're going to be doing things that are not in alignment with your purpose and your plan for life. That is going to cause you to... No, really, I'm just saying all this to say, right now we are tolerating some things in our lives that we know are not serving us at any at all. We are accepting so many things that are doing so many things that we really don't like, that really bothers us, that really, takes away from just the uniqueness of who we are and just who you are overall. And it's really, again, up to us to decide not to do that. I know a lot of people, like including myself, have a lot of things that we are accepting, tolerating, and we're not saying anything, or we're behaving in such a way where we try to avoid the confrontation, especially if we're one of those people who go from 0 to 100 real quick. So we try to avoid the confrontation because we know what the consequences are. And we do not want to have to deal with those consequences. But sometimes, honey, you really are going to just have to deal with the consequences. Because if we avoid the confrontation, the costs that we are paying mentally, emotionally, these are things that we're going to have to deal with in our later lives when these people are no longer around. And we cannot afford for that. We cannot be old and depressed. We want to be old and happy. Yeah? We want to be old and joyous, full of life. We don't want to be old and depressed. Ordering robot AI for coming our house, come converse with we.